Can ChatGPT save some of my old reaction videos? Let's find out. Good morning, guys. My name is Tommy and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all okay. Today, I'm going to be talking about ChatGPT. It has got something to do with music and reactions though, so don't worry. Now, for those of you that are wondering what ChatGPT is a fairly brand new piece of software that there is a premium version, but it's completely free. There is a free version online that's available for everyone to use. And it's essentially a language AI robot that can scrape lots and lots of information from the world, and it can digest that and put it into text that is more human. And to give you an example, universities are pretty scared at the minute because let's say I was having to do a dissertation on the history of jazz music since 1879. I could go into ChatGPT and say, please write me a dissertation on the history of jazz music in 1879. Please make sure you include Miles Davis. Please make sure you include bebop jazz. Please make sure you include other key musicians over the history of jazz. Press go. And it will literally in seconds spit out a dissertation on the history of jazz music since 1879, and it will look human. It may not look as believable right now because it's in its very, very early stages, but you do look at it and you think, that could pass. That could pass as a human. So how am I going to use ChatGPT today? There have been, over the years of my reactions, there's been a few videos that at the time I've thought, if I put this video out, it's going to get quite a lot of views. I think a lot of people are going to watch this, you know, Metallica, all that kind of stuff. And there's been a few times where I've been looking at it and I'm like, oh, it's not really done as much as what I thought it was going to do. And then afterwards, I've gone and watched reaction videos to those songs that I've just reacted to. And I've noticed that their channel's got like 25,000 views. I think it happened to Ginger a few years ago when I did Teacher Teacher. I think mine ended up with like 2,000 views and other channels were getting like 15, 20,000 views. And I wonder whether it's because my channel is still relatively quite small and, you know, my reach is still relatively small. Or I wonder whether it's something in my descriptions and my titles that isn't quite right, so YouTube doesn't know to push it out. And that's what we're going to look at today. Now, just to give you some context, I'm going to bring up YouTube now. That is ChatGPT. You'll come back to that a little bit later. This is my YouTube studio. This is the back end of my YouTube channel. This has got all my videos in, how many views they got, and when you upload a video, you have to tell it. So if I just, this was the cattle decapitation video, you've got to tell it what the title is that you want it to display, what the description is, and what tags you want to use. And the purpose of those is so that YouTube knows what your video is about. It needs to know that this is a cattle decapitation video, so that when someone comes around and searches in YouTube cattle decapitation reaction video, YouTube knows, oh, Tommy's got one of these because he's put all this information in this title and the description. I'll show this video to that person because that will be relevant to what they're searching for. And that's what I'm going to try and get ChatGPT to improve on some poorly performing videos. Now, I am going to go back to my back catalogue, and I thought as a fair test, I'll go back to a video that was done roughly this time 2 years ago. So I'm in the same ballpark figure. I'm in April 21, March 21, and I'm going to look for a video that I felt was a little bit underwhelming. I was expecting a lot more views and I didn't get as many views. We've got Megadeth here. I remember being slightly disappointed by this. Megadeth, one of the biggest bands in the world historically, 3,500 views. And I thought, this is going to get some really good view counts here, but 3,500 wasn't amazing for Megadeth. So let's see if there's any others. See Apocalyptopath here. Apocalyptica Path. That got 2,800. Emerald Sword got 3,400, but Megadeth only got 3,500. So let's have a look at Megadeth. I think we're going to try and get ChatGPT to improve this video. So, title, Megadeth, 5 magics, reaction. So straight to the point. Maybe I've been a little bit lazy when I did these. It is straight to the point. And that's good because you want it to be as clear and as concise as possible. But if you have searched Megadeth 5 Magics reaction and you've got all these videos, what is going to make you go, yeah, I want to watch that? And I know that some people go massively over the top and they'll put in the title, oh my God, this is amazing, so that people go, ooh. And maybe I need to do a little bit more of that. Maybe not to that extent, but maybe I need to make it a little bit more interesting. So hopefully ChatGPT can do that. And then the description, tonight was a patron request from Jacob, who got in touch and asked me to listen to Megadeth and their song 5 Magics. I actually quite liked the subtlety of the song. It was effective but not over the top. I actually quite liked it. I don't know why I've said I actually quite liked it twice. But yeah, definitely a little bit lazy there. And my tags, 5 Magics, Dave Mustaine, Megadeth reaction, Megadeth 5 Magics reaction, 5 Magics Megadeth reaction. They're all relevant. And I've got a little tool here called TubeBuddy, which tells me how highly those are ranking. And 30s and 25s, they're up there. They're marked as green, but they're not going to be... they're not right at the top of the list. So that's what I'm hoping ChatGPT can do for me. So let's just go with it. We'll do it. We'll get ChatGPT to update this information. And I'm going to come back in 24 hours and we're going to see how much of an impact it's had. Just before we do, analytics, 3,512 views over the last 2 years. And a watch time of 288 hours. It gained me 9 subscribers, this video, and earned me 44 pence, which is about 60 cents in America. So you can see that I'm rolling in it, guys. You can see I'm rolling in it. That is the beauty of doing copyrighted reaction videos. And it reached 61.6 thousand people. Now that is rounded up or down. You don't get an accurate video number like you do with the views there, 3,512. But it will be interesting to see how many people get pushed this video as a result of me updating this information. And we can see here in real time, in the last 48 hours, this video has had 3 views. 3 views. Now I understand if this video was a trending video that was only relevant at that time, but this is Megadeth. Surely people are wanting Megadeth reactions fairly consistently. This is like a band that's lasted the test of time. I would be hoping for a little bit more than 3 views in 48 hours. So let's get ChatGPT. I know I've said this a few times now. Let's get it to update the information. So ChatGPT, you can find it yourself on openai.com, and on the homepage you can see a little button here that says try ChatGPT. Now let me just make sure that you can see that on the big screen. You can. And I'm just going to log in. So now that I've logged in, this is the homepage for ChatGPT. And what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to tell it, and this is one mistake that a lot of people do. They just go straight in to ChatGPT and they'll say, write me a title for a Megadeth reaction, and it will do it. But you can actually prep ChatGPT first. Before you tell it to go and do what you want it to go and do, you can tell it some things to remember first. So I'm going to say, I need to be able to see the keyboard, which is why I'm suddenly sat up. Let me just see if I can ignore my squeaky mic. Today, I want to write a YouTube description, YouTube title, sorry, for my reaction video to Megadeth 5 Magics. Do you understand? I want it to confirm to me that it knows that that is what I want to do today. I've pressed enter. Yes, I understand that you want to write a title for your reaction to Megadeth's 5 Magic on YouTube. Would you like some brainstorming ideas for your video title? And this is what's great about ChatGPT. I'm sorry if this has gone a little bit quieter because my mic is a little bit further away. You can then have a conversation with this. You don't need to write a new thing. I could literally just write yes here, and it knows that I'm answering the question before it, which is great. I want you to make sure it is clear that I'm watching Megadeth. Actually, that the video is a Megadeth reaction to 5 Magics, but I want you to make it intriguing so that people want to click. Do you understand? And let's see what it says. It's thinking about it. It's thinking, God, how do I make a YouTube title enigmatic and intriguing so that people want it to click? And this is the problem. It does take a long time. Lots and lots of people are using this. Yes, I understand. Here are a few different title options for your Megadeth reaction to 5 Magics. Let's see what it's got for us. That are clear. This is good. That are clear about the content, but also intriguing. Here we go. Number 1. My mind was blown. Okay. See, the problem about this is I don't remember what my reaction was. And I don't really want to say, my mind was blown, and then people watch it and I'm like, yeah, it was alright. So, I don't know whether I can use that. Megadeth's 5 Magics reaction. I was not expecting this. Oh, I don't know if I can use that either. See, they don't sound like me, but you wouldn't look at these and think, oh, this is a robot. These actually look fairly human. People are actually using this. Megadeth's 5 Magics reaction. Why this song is a masterpiece. Reacting to Megadeth's 5 Magics, uncovering hidden musical layers. That would be more like me, but I can't remember whether I uncovered any musical layers. Can't believe I haven't heard this before. Reacting to Megadeth's 5 Magics. That might be a good one, because that's not saying anything about the video. I think that's fairly safe, because I don't know whether I can't remember really whether I liked it or not. I don't feel a negative feeling towards the song, so in my head I must have liked it, or must have felt neutral to it at least. So I think I'm gonna go with this. Sorry, my computer's just messed up. I've got these little weird buttons on my mouse, and I've just accidentally pressed one whilst I was copying and pasting, and I've had to try and find the page again. I've had to reload it. So yeah, here I'm going to copy and paste this. Can't believe I haven't heard this before. Reacting to Megadeth's 5 Magics. I am worried that in 24 hours I'm going to come back and it's going to be 3,513 views. So there we're going to go with the title. Can't believe I haven't heard this before. Reacting to Megadeth's 5 Magics. Now let's have a look at the description. The only thing that I've got to go off here is I actually like the subtlety of the song. It wasn't over the top. I actually quite liked it. Do I give ChatGPT that information, or do I just get it to write me a description without any information? Let's see what it comes up without any information. Next, I want you to create a YouTube description for my reaction to Megadeth 5 Magics. Do you understand? Now, I'm hoping it doesn't go straight. No, don't give me an example just yet. Now, the good thing is if it just does jump in and give you an example, you can then say, I like it, but can you make this? Can you change it to this bit? So, in this video, I react to Megadeth's epic song 5 Magics for the very first time. As a huge fan of heavy metal music, I've heard a lot about this song and I've been eager to give it a listen. Throughout the video, you'll see my initial reactions to the music. Fair enough, that is vague, that is good, that you will see that. The lyrics and the overall experience of listening to this masterpiece for the first time. Okay, see, I don't know whether I can say that because I don't think I described it as a masterpiece in the video. I'll share my thoughts on the musical composition, the complexity of the guitar riffs, and the impressive vocal range of Dave Mustaine. Now, I know that this might not be impressive to you, but this is the kind of thing that Chat GPT can do. I haven't told it that Dave Mustaine is in Megadeth, but it knows that, and it knows that there's complex guitar riffs, and it must have got that from somewhere. I'll also provide some background information about the song and the band. If you're a fan of Megadeth or heavy metal music in general, you won't want to miss the reaction. Okay, so I'm going to say I like it, but I'm not a huge heavy metal fan, and I don't know much about the band. Can you write a description that doesn't suggest that I am? Let's see that. Oh, I've put a huge heavy metal fan. Hopefully it can make sense of my typos. I like it, but I'm not a huge heavy metal fan. Come on, let's go. Sure. Here's an alternative description for your Megadeth 5 Magics reaction video that doesn't suggest you're a huge heavy metal fan. Here we go. In this video, I react to Megadeth's 5 Magics, a song I've heard a lot about, but I've never listened to before. As someone who enjoys exploring different genres of music, that is much better. I'm excited to give this legendary heavy metal song a chance. Throughout the video, you'll see my honest reactions to the music, the lyrics, and the overall experience of listening to this highly acclaimed song. I love this! For the first time, I'll share my thoughts on the technical aspects of the music, okay? The meaning behind the lyrics, did I do that? I usually try to, so okay. And the impact this song has had on the heavy metal community. Whether you're a Megadeth fan or someone looking to expand your musical horizons, you won't want to miss this reaction video. I think I'm going to go with that, but I think I'm going to delete the line about the impact that it's had on the heavy metal community, because I know I didn't mention that, because I wouldn't mention that because I don't know the impact that it's on. So that is good for me though. Let's delete this and let's do I'll share my thoughts on the technical aspects of the music and the meaning behind the lyrics. There we go. And now let's have a look at tags. What does YouTube actually call it? They call it tags. Let's see if it can do this. Please give me 15 YouTube tags that I can use to help with SEO for my reaction video to Megadeth's 5 Magics. And this will be interesting before I press enter, because I haven't given it any information about Megadeth or 5 Magics. So similar to when it grabbed Dave Mustaine, it'll be interesting to see if it's able to grab other information that I haven't provided it. Let's go. Here are 15 relevant tags: Megadeth, 5 Magics, heavy metal, Dave Mustaine, thrash metal, guitar, music reaction, metal music, rock music, music review, music critique, music analysis, classic heavy metal, metalhead, metal community. Okay, let's use some of those. What information did it grab that I didn't provide it? Heavy metal, Dave Mustaine, thrash metal, guitar, metal music. The rest of it, or classic heavy metal, the rest of it can get from the fact that I've said I'm doing a music reaction. So the only problem is I have to paste these in one by one. So I'm going to go away and do that, and then I'll come back to you in a second. Right, so there we have it. They are all in there. There was a few that was already in there, so obviously Megadeth, 5 Magics was already in there. But I've put basically all of them from 6 downwards. and Dave Mustaine was already in there. So we have all those tags that ChatGPT has suggested. So I think we are done. I think we're done. We've got a brand new title. We've got a brand new description. And let's change this actually. What was the third tag? Heavy metal. Let's change this tag in the description to heavy metal. So I think we're done. I'm going to press save. Remember, we're on 3,512 with 3 views in the last 48 hours. And I'm going to come back in 24 hours time and let's see what it's done. Right, guys, it is 24 hours later. It is Saturday, the 4th of March. It is 1:45. You can see that there. And let's see if ChatGPT has saved our Megadeth video. I'm really intrigued to find out what it's done. It's either going to go amazingly or it's completely flopped, but let's just have a look. Either way, I think we've had a really good experience of seeing the kind of thing that ChatGPT can do for you, even if I'm not necessarily using it in the right way. But yeah, okay, let's have a look. So let's get up the YouTube studio. And it was 5 magics, wasn't it? There we go. Right. So this is what we did yesterday. I'm not going to go over it. To me, it was 24 hours ago, but for you guys, it was literally a couple of minutes ago. We changed the title and the description. The biggest thing that we want to see is the analytics. So what was we on? 3,512 over the last 2 years. And I think in the last 48 hours, it had shown it to 3 people. If we get the analytics up, let's see what it's done. When you're ready. So we've not gained any more subscribers. We're still on 44p. And we're on 3,516 views all time. So we've had another 4 viewers. And it says here that it's shown it to 7 people in the last 48 hours. Yeah, so that makes sense, doesn't it? So we had 3 yesterday in 48 hours, and now we've had an extra 4. So it's added it up to 7. So that means yesterday's 3 that we saw must have been for 24 hours before rather than 48 hours. Let's just work this out, because I did this last night. I counted how many days it's been since when I created this video. When did I create this video? I've lost the number now. 5th of March 2021. So, hey Siri, how many days ago was the 5th of March 2021?
It was 729 days ago.
Okay, so 729 days. However, that's including today. So 728 days is how long the video went live for. So we had 3,512 in 728 days, which averaged at 4.82 every 24 hours. I know that that's a little bit skewed because the initial release of the video would have got more inflated views, but we're looking at on average 4.8 views, and we've had 4 views in the last 24 hours. So really, ChatGPT has done nothing. Changing that title, changing that description, really hasn't done anything at all. So is that ChatGPT's fault or is that YouTube's fault? I think either way, I was impressed with what ChatGPT came up with for the information. It certainly felt a lot more in depth. It was certainly quicker because I could just say, write me a description, it would do it, and I could copy and paste it. Whether that's me being lazy or not, I'm not sure. But maybe if we could use ChatGPT in a different way, it would do it better. Maybe the real test is I make a reaction video and I release 2 versions of the reaction video. One video has got me doing all the title, description and tags, and the other one has got ChatGPT doing it all, and then we release them both at the same time, because then they'll both benefit from that new video push and promotion that YouTube does. Perhaps that is the test. But what we've learned here is ChatGPT is a really nice tool, but don't be depending on it to save your old videos, because in reality it's not really done anything. It's shown it to an extra 4 people in 24 hours, and on average we were averaging at 4.8, so it's about the same. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the experiment. This was always a risk, because it was either going to be, oh my god, it's given it another 200 views in the last 24 hours, that would be crazy, and that would have been amazing, or it was going to do what it has done and it's flopped, and we've actually discovered that it's not really done anything at all. But yeah, that was quite fun. It was quite fun to do. So yeah, I hope you've liked the video. If you have, then please make sure you click the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can support the channel as well through patreon.com/TommyJackMusic, or you can go on to buymeacoffee.com/TommyJackMusic, and anything like that. They're not expected. They are always welcomed, and it just helps me continue to carry on making videos like this for you. Until next time, guys, thanks very much. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.